In the last video, we saw how a product or a process can be protected by filing a patent. We also saw a real life case study that a license can be signed on the basis of filing of a provisional patent application. Now, in this video, let us explore what exactly is a trademark. Whenever we wish to buy any product or avail any service, we generally look at a particular offering or a brand. Whenever we recommend something to others, we refer to those products and services and distinguish them on the basis of brands. What exactly are these brands? How are these brands protected? And why do we need to protect these so-called brands? Why is brand value a buzzword that everyone talks about? Products and services are given certain names, marks, that helps them distinguish in the market based on vendors. For example, if someone wishes to buy a car, there may be multiple manufacturers of cars with different offerings and models. They all are distinguished from one manufacturer to another on the basis of brands. These brands are protected by trademark. Trademark is registered for product or for service. Trademarks actually help customers connect to the offerings to the type of experience they get. We hear this. I prefer this brand because even if it is costly, I get what I want. Other may say, I go for this brand because it is slightly less costly. However, I feel it is value for money. Few more would say, I trust this brand because their after sales service is reliable. From a product manufacturer or service provider's perspective, it is a secured way of generating revenues because customers subscribe to your brand. Imagine if you are making spices and you pack the spices in a packet that does not have a name or a mark. And when a customer buys your spices packet, she likes it so much that next time she visits the market, what is she going to ask for? Hence, trademark helps in building a brand reputation and hence an important IP asset. A trademark could be as abstract as a letter, word, logo, image, or combinations of any one of these. The requirement of trademark is it needs to be distinctive. In other words, it must not cause confusion in the mind of customers among two different brands while identifying. If someone uses the mark without permission to sell goods or provide services, then it amounts to trademark infringement. Such goods are counterfeit goods. If you have more than one product or service, then you can have a multi-brand strategy. You can offer different goods and services under different brands. Or another way is to have a family brand strategy, which means you have one parent brand and there are other sub-brands under the parent brand so that customers would be able to relate that a particular brand comes from a parent brand, which in turn comes from a particular enterprise. There could be a co-branding too, like two brands coming from two different enterprises like Maruti Suzuki. There could be a brand extension too, like Tata Sumo or Tata Indica. Such type of branding helps to crystallize a perception of a stable and a quality enterprise with a guaranteed promise of delivery with good experience. In the absence of trademark law, anyone would use anyone's mark and would have been confusing in finding out the source of the goods and services and no way of finding out if someone else was trading on someone else's reputation. It would not have been either good for enterprise or for the customers. Now let us quickly recap what we learned today. Trademarks are distinguishable marks which are used to convey the customers the source of the goods and services. They help in building brand and developing relationships between customers and enterprise. Branding enables customers to be loyal to the brand during repurchases. Any imitation or trading on someone else's reputation by using trademark without permission is infringement. In the next video, let us look at real life case studies with a focus on trademarks. Thank you.